CHAMPS Game Time Live presented by Alta Equipment Company. Alta knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Do you have a big project? Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. And by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. And welcome back into Kennedy Ice Arena here in Trenton. And we want to give a shout out. We had triple header action today. Want to give a shout out to our friends from Alta and Lawrence Tech for making this happen. And boy, for the nightcap, we got a dandy for you. Livonia Stevenson taking on Byron Center. And along with my broadcast partner, Mike Ivesel, I'm Sean Belegian. Mike, let's start with Livonia Stevenson. Coach Mitchell has a championship under his belt. The Spartans won in 2013. They're always a threat in the MHSAA ranks.
Absolutely, and if there's one thing, it's Coach Mitchell's always going to have his team ready to play no matter what the opponent is, and what a great time for him to get Owen Hall back. This kid took off in the MDHL this summer. He hasn't stopped, obviously slowed down with the injury, comes back first game, two goals. He's ready to play, and we know they'll be ready to play with Coach Mitchell.
And Byron Center, one of the unbeatens here in the MHSAA, and a lot of people feel the team to beat in Division II. Boy, they can wow you in so many different ways, Mike, but I think it starts with their top line, a line that everybody's talking about.
Absolutely. Has there been a more quiet, undefeated team at the showcase? Like, everyone's talking about Houghton, CC, all these other teams, and they're like, who's that third team? It's Byron Center. From everything we have heard, this is the most solid team, top to bottom, forward, defense, goaltender in the state.
They're going to come at you, and you know Livonia Stevenson. Coach Mitchell has to figure out a way to stop them. So a dandy tonight for the last of our triple header here. Don't you go anywhere. It's Game Time Live right here on the State Champs Network.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Lieboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
State Champs Game Time Live presented by Alta Equipment Company. Alta knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Do you have a big project? Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. And by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. And welcome back to Kennedy Ice Arena here in lovely Trenton, Michigan, where tonight we got another dandy for you. The third of our triple header. Unbeaten Byron Center taking on the Spartans from Livonia Stevenson. Along with my broadcast partner, Mike Ivesel, I'm Sean Belegian, and Mike, I know on a personal level, you and I are really looking forward to this one because we haven't seen Byron Center yet.
We haven't seen them, but oh boy, have we heard a lot about them. We are hearing top to bottom, the most consistent, solid team in the state. Nothing too flashy, but across the board, they play hard and they play the game the right way.
Well, there are two unbeaten teams left in the state. Catholic Central, who knocked off unbeaten Houghton today, and the Byron Center Bulldogs, who enter this game at 20-0. And some players to keep an eye on, Mike. Jackson Freusland is a name that you may have heard in the past. Another player to keep an eye on is number 10, Brady Bright. But really, the stud of this team, no disrespect to anybody else, everybody talking about the way that number 23, Logan Nicholas, is playing for the Byron Center Bulldogs.
And there's reasons why teams get placed in certain positions in the showcase here, because they want to showcase kids like this, and Nicholas is one of them. He is on the stage, main rink, last game of the night. Let's see what you got, big boy.
In the meantime, for the Spartans from Livonia, Owen Penny has been a mainstay on our Player of the Year list the last couple of years. Riley Martin is having an exceptional season. He is on our wall list as well, as Carson McKenzie is from Byron Center. But really, a guy that's come into his own this year is number 19, Owen Hall, who has really blossomed as a sophomore.
I've watched this kid come up since Squirts, just a little guy playing out of Livonia for the Knights program. And he's another one of these kids. Every year he gets better. He took off in the MDHL this summer, and he has not stopped.
We are underway here, the third of our triple header. Spartans shoot it in. Giving chase down there is Broham. To the line, but not out. Shot in by the Spartans. They're wearing their double blue jerseys here tonight. Broham an opportunity to skate it out. Here he comes along with Nicholas. Picked off in the neutral zone. Spartans on it. Lost the puck there. 2-on-2 coming the other way. Nicholas hanging. Hard drive to the net. Riley Martin stood his ground. Net comes off its mooring.
Yeah, he stood his ground, but you got to love that. When one of your top guys coming around the edge, I'm not going around that net. I'm getting the puck to the net. He went hard to the net, ate it a little bit, but you love the effort.
Well, let's see if Byron Center decides to keep this big line out there. They do. Nicholas wearing the C. Pratt out there as well. Cade Pratt. Draw sits there for the moment. Shot in by Byron Center. Riley Martin decided it'd be best to stay in his crease area. Spartans come out with it. There's Owen Hall, number 19. Puck stays in deep. Spartans with a chance to chip it up, and they do into the corner. Chasing down there is Owen Hall, working on Josh Philo. Opportunity to clear, they do. Freusland tries to chip it high off the boards. Play comes out and then back in and called at the line.
Great call. Hit the ref. It may have stayed in, but the intent was out. That's going to be offsides every time. Owen Hall coming out again here. He's already getting himself some ice time here, huh?
Well, he missed some time with a broken wrist and came back a couple of weeks ago and has been on fire.
How's 2 goals your first game back sound?
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay. Here comes Freusland. Kind of loses the blade there in the neutral zone, giving the Spartans some space. Byron Center with a lot of speed early on, throwing it at the net. Can't connect. Freusland comes the other way on the backhand. Freusland with speed. Throws it in front. Nice defensive play there. One of the forwards coming back. That's Ty Heath. Now picking it up in his own zones, Charlie Ward. He's been a mainstay for the Spartans. Ward with his head up. Ward drops it at the line. Shot deflected. Back in transition comes the Bulldogs. They decide that they're going to change and throw it in deep. Giving chase back there for the Spartans is number 24, Tanner Kozar. Puck off the boards, and that's going to go the length of the ice for an icing.
A little feeling out period here, but this game's got the markings for it, Sean. We got a lot of speed, a lot of skill, some big boys out here.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Wow, there's a lot of size here, and they're using it too to get the pucks to the net.
Our spotter tonight, the coach, Kirk Hunter, was on the Spartan bench just a couple of years ago. Of course, long-time coach, head coach at places, assistant coach with Heartland, part of a couple state championship teams, right? And then he stayed a year with the Spartans. And now he really took a pay cut. He's our spotter here for our broadcast.
Mountain Dew and chips is what we pay.
We got him a slice of pizza. Coach Hunter said, that's okay, boys. I'll sign the contract. Icing called. And the Bulldogs will have a face-off in the Spartan zone. Exciting action here, of course, on 3 rinks at the Kennedy Ice Arena.
I took a step over there to watch the team everyone's talking about, this Notre Dame Prep out of Wisconsin. They look big, fast, and good. It's just good hockey. You walk back to the practice rink back here, there's a game going on.
Been some
just
darn good games. Yeah. Saw a couple good games out here last night, as a matter of fact. Going on all day tomorrow as well. Love to see you out here, for sure. Byron Center just chips it in deep, back behind the Spartan net. They're on it. This is an attacking team, Mike. That's one thing you see already. Deflection in front. Oh, Riley Martin had to be very careful there, sliding over to catch that deflection.
And I can see what people are saying. Like, I don't know who's out here for Byron Center. They all look the same. They all look big. They're all fast. They all get the puck to the net. I mean, thankfully, we can see the numbers on these jerseys, so it's going to make it a little bit easier than last game.
Well, they have one speed, and that speed is attack.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing. It's just go.
It is go. If you start to get a little bit of wind, they change well. They roll these shifts.
Yeah, this is a frantic pace. We've seen the Spartans in years gone by as the puck comes back to the point, deflected in front. Not out. BC still on it, and maybe an opportunity here for Spartans, but good speed there, Laska, to take that opportunity away. Well, we've seen the Spartans over the years with all the success under Coach David MIHL play a few different styles, Mike. This is a frantic style.
Yes. And again, it's something you can talk about and try to prepare for, but until your boys are on the ice with something like this, you just don't know how they're going to respond. And right now you can see they're hesitant a little bit.
Hey, Alta Equipment knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction with industry-leading service and support. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. 13:28 to go here. No score between the Spartans and the Bulldogs. Glad you could join us along with Mike Iveso. I'm Sean Belegian. Boy, dangerous play there, skating in front of his own net, and another icing called on the Spartans. Mike, unofficially, I think that's 4 icings in less than 4 minutes.
And by the sound of Mr. Mitchell's voice down there, I'm thinking that's not intentional. He wants to see something else going here, but you can see they're kind of waiting to see what Byron Center is going to bring at them, and that causes those icings because then the passes, it's too late. The moment is passed by.
Our spotter, Kirk Hunter, says 5 icing calls on the Spartans.
And I'm going to guess it's not the last 5.
And you brought up a point that I really need to hammer home. We are all too familiar with the voice of David MIHL.
Well,
both you and I, we're very familiar with that voice.
Absolutely. It's the same voice that I can almost hear him yell, "I need a large pizza up front!" Legion!
What's wrong with you? Puck lay there for a moment. Byron Center on it. They try to pump it in deep. Twisting and turning behind that Spartan net. Spartans get it along the half boards. Not to the line, but not out. Kept in by Byron Center. They really have the ice tilted right now, but the Spartans limiting great chances. Another clearing there by the Spartans doesn't go far enough for icing. Coming out to play it is that fine goaltender Carson McKenzie. Puck sent in deep. Spartans get there first. An opportunity to skate it out to the line and finally out. Pass nearly picked off in the neutral zone. Shot in by the Spartans. Spartans looking to get something going offensively. Byron Center certainly been holding on to the puck here for a majority of this one, Mike.
Absolutely. They're coming out. They're playing their game. Like you said, it's one speed, one game. They play it. They play it well. Repeat, rinse, repeat. I mean, they just keep doing it. Again, every line that comes out, there's not one guy like, oh, there's Freud. Oh, there's no. They're all kind of the same right now. Now, I'm going to imagine once that offense kicks in, we'll start seeing the difference in a couple of them.
Owen Penny going to take this draw deep in the Byron Center zone. Taking this draw against Brendan Size. To the line, kept in by Kozar. Comes all the way across and out and over the line. Heath picks it up. Throws it in the center, nobody home. Coming back the other way now. That's Brem. Brem. Coming back the other way. Loses control of the puck. Here come the Spartans. That's Jeff Rand coming in. Owen Penny centers it. Boy, that nearly got through. The wickets were open. They just couldn't connect. Penny again. Penny still on the puck. Finally loses the puck. Penny takes a shot there in the neutral zone. Boy, Owen Penny has his moments. There's no doubt about that. Nicholas coming in 1-on-2. Nearly busted in between them, Mike.
Now we're starting to see it. We're starting to see these guys stand out.
Shot down the ice. Goes far enough. Oh, nope. Icing waved off. I thought the official shook his head as to say yes, but then the hand went down.
I think that defenseman kind of laid off a little bit.
Laska coming down with speed. His shot deflected in the boards. Seal hit there back behind the net. Now trying to force it out in front. Spartans doing a good job keeping the puck outside. Misplay there. Let's see if the Spartans can go. They've got 3. They've got speed. Hall gives it up. Shot. McKenzie gloves it down. No problem there. No rebound.
We're starting to see Stevenson get a feel for this game. They're getting a few more odd man rushes. Penny using his size down there in the offensive zone, getting a stick on the puck. It's only a matter of time before he gets that shot off, but we've seen a couple rushes, a little less icings.
Buchanan and Freusland on this draw. In that BC zone. Buchanan tries to win it forward, controlled by the Spartans, back to the point. Shot from 50 feet. McKenzie had to go down to stop that. With traffic down low. Now quickly in transition, coming back the other way. Tried to go outside and in. Good play there by the Spartan defender to keep that puck outside and out of harm's way. Spinning around in his own zone is McCallion. Now Buchanan with speed, coming the other way. Buchanan's got Andrew Clark with him. Buchanan still with the puck. On his backhand, centers in front, nobody home. A chance for Byron Center to come the other way. Buchanan at the end of the shift going to play it back to the defender and go off for the change. No score, 10 minutes to go in this first period between Byron Center and the Spartans from Stevenson. Now Byron Center with another rush. Here they come. Knocked in back behind Riley Martin. He leaves it there for Connor Buchanan. Picked off by Byron Center. Puck goes high slot, but finally knocked out by the Spartans and chasing back in their own zone. That's Nicholas back to get that. Now coming with speed. Broham just going to shoot it in behind Riley Martin. Spartans get there first. Play it to the other side. Puck knocked up into the neutral zone. Glove down by Broham. Picked back up by the Spartans as they try to go the other way. Nearly a giveaway in the neutral zone. And the Spartans with a bouncing puck. Can't control it. So they start over again. Owen Penny spins around. Here comes Buchanan. Throws it to Penny's spot, but a good job there by the defender, Brem. Lauren Brem picking that pass off. Spartans back on it. Penny. Owen Penny taking a few shots. Pass comes in front. Nobody home. Chance for Byron Center to skate it out. Get to center ice. Shot high on Riley Martin. He didn't get quite there, and it's called on the icing. Lawrence Tech University is the creative university of the future. Registration is now open for spring semester 2023 classes. Go to ltu.edu for more information.
It's a nice little pace to this game. Both teams getting up and down the ice. Stevenson starting again, once again, get their legs, and they're starting to show a little bit more, and they're skating with Byron Center.
There's a shot right off the draw. Rebound comes out. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. Andrew Clark had his arms up thinking he had a goal. Mike, I don't know how that stayed out.
Oh, the post made a great glove save.
Puck comes back into that Byron Center zone. I'll tell you what, one thing that has jumped out to me, and both you and Coach Hunter, tell me if you agree or disagree, I'm seeing the Spartans move faster than perhaps I've seen them move all year.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a hop in their step, but again, I expect that out of them. If there's one thing we know is that Coach Mitchell has his teams ready to play, and these boys play for him every time. And he gets them going. He's got his motivators. He's got them going, and they're flying around. And then, again, if you can't get up for 7:30 at the showcase against one of the last undefeated teams in the state, come on. And there's some skill there. These guys are going to get it going.
Friesland wins the draw back right off the draw. Shot came in, not a lot on it. Martin sticks it away. Picked off. Bright throws it in deep. Spartans give chase down there. First man there, McCallion. McCallion sends it near side corner. Byron Center still on it. Puck comes just out, but shot back in. They got a touch up to get back on side. McCallion has a second to try to get it out. Can't do it. Gets to the line, but not out. Picked up by Byron Center. Friesland on it. Friesland on the backhand. Friesland waits. Showing patience. Waits. Bright was calling for it. Couldn't quite get it to him. He's standing all by himself on the left wing, Mike. Just shot to the point. Hit some traffic in front. Backhanded the other way. And that is going to go for icing.
Good shift. He was a little bit late on both the passes that he tried to get it out there. He had Kamings on one side, Bright on the other side, just missed both, just a hair off.
So the draw comes deep in the Spartan zone again. Let's see who they come out there with. Nicholas is going to come out as the home team. Lest we forget, Jordan Steger has the opportunity to match his lines up. Face-off controlled by Byron Center. Cade Pratt loses it. Spartans with an opportunity to get it out to the line, but not out. Shot back in. Look at Riley Martin standing tall from his knees. You could tell Mikey wasn't sure where the puck was, but just make yourself big. Hey, every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common. Officials. And officials are needed now more than ever. Go to MHSAA.com for more information, because without officials, it's just practice.
Yeah, and that's the key. You can't always have your eyes on the puck, but you got to be in position and make yourself big, poking your head around there, seeing if you can find out where the puck is located.
Another home run pass attempt there, just out of the reach for Owen Hall. Goes the length of the ice for the icing. 7:07 to go in this first period. No score, shots on goal. 7-3 in favor of the Bulldogs from Byron Center.
And that's the thing. We always talk about face-offs. If there's going to be this many icings, this game is really going to hinge on these face-offs. Are you going to win them in your defensive zone? What play do you have set up in the offensive zone?
Spartans control the draw. Comes back into the neutral zone. Playing catch there with a couple of the defenders. Spartans now an opportunity to skate it out. Heath tips it up and forward into the neutral zone. Battle in the corner before Friesland comes to try to clean things up. Friesland with speed from behind his own net. Look at Nicholas. Nicholas, what a rush here. 1-on-3, still with control of the puck in the corner. Back to the point. Now the near point, O'Keefe. O'Keefe just content to kind of shoot it in deep. Owen Penny now plays it to the fence partner. Owen Penny, the forward, I should say. Now coming back the other way. Look out. Could be a break here. No, Spartans get back. Good. Just a little bump to knock the player off the puck, Mike Ivesil.
Yeah, it was a great job getting in a great position to not draw the penalty. If he's not moving his feet, he's a step back. That's going to be called.
Yeah, Permoda was a step away from going.
Yep.
Now the Spartans looking to make something happen. Rohrbacher can't connect on that. Giving chase in his own zone is Dawson Wallace, a freshman. Now the Spartans laying a shot from 58 feet. McKenzie let it go wide. Coming back behind his own net is Josh Philo. They get it out into the neutral zone. Spartans got to touch up. Rohrbacher's going to come back in and apply some token forecheck pressure. Chipped at the line, icing waved off, giving chase is Dawson Wallace. Dawson Wallace throws it up to Andrew Clark. Andrew Clark going to throw it into the corner. Giving chase down there is Buchanan. Wallace still on the puck. Wallace trying desperately to keep it in. Can't do it. Byron Center chips it the other way. Logan Barnes back behind his own net.
Ooh, one got missed there. That's almost an automatic call with the slash in front of the net. Lost his stick. We'll see how that plays out.
Big hit attempt there, getting low. Eli Kaminga. BC on the puck again in the attacking zone. We've seen this a few times, but now the Spartans with an opportunity. Buchanan to Hall. Back to Buchanan. Good job there by the defender, just standing put. Josh Philo sends it back once it came. Buchanan with a chip, and it looks like the Spartans are going to change up. Hall will stay out there, but they'll make wholesale changes the rest of the way. Pass tipped high and into the netting, and we'll get a draw. By the way, can we give a shout out to Sebastian Ivesil and Griffin Friel? Aren't they watching this broadcast right now?
You know what? They were at home. They were back at the hotel, and they were like, I'm going to listen to my dad and Mr. Belegian, and I'm going to stream this game. But then, for whatever reason, as soon as they heard our voice, they showed up here at the rink.
Well,
they're over watching the Notre Dame Rice game.
Isn't that typical, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. But they got to enjoy a little Xbox, in between games.
Boy, I know a couple guys that would have been playing Sega about 30 years ago.
Yeah, I think we could talk them into a nice, friendly game of Sega, and I think we're gonna surprise them.
Shot there, McKenzie let her big rebound came up. BC comes the other way. Giving chase, Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward back behind his own net on the backhand. Ward gets tripped, and that is going to be a Spartan power play. Boy, Ward, the skating defender, we've seen him make so many good plays over the years. He drew one there.
And it's the tale of two plays. We had a play in the neutral zone about a minute and a half ago where that same thing happened, but the guy kept his feet going, got up in front of him, didn't get the penalty call. He was behind him, stick on the hands. It's going to be called every time.
By the way, I'll tell you, we would whoop Sebastian and Friel. We would whoop them if we played Sega.
I'm thinking first period mercy.
It might be a mercy.
They'd be crying for mommy.
And then Coach Hunter even brought up, remember the old Nintendo game with the skinny guy, the medium guy, and the fat guy?
Oh, yeah. Was that Blades of Steel?
No, it wasn't Blades of Steel. That was one game. Was it Olympic hockey or something?
But you could pick.
The
big guy would crush people. The other guy had speed. Yeah, oh yeah.
And the other guy had a great shot.
Yes.
Spartans on the power play. Buchanan back to the point. Back to Buchanan. They're working things through Buchanan. McKenzie with one stop. McKenzie with another stop. The puck lay free. Oh, for a moment it looked like Penny had a glorious opportunity in front. But instead it's Byron Center shorthanded coming the other way. Spartans forced to regroup in their own zone. Charlie Ward makes a pass. Coming up is Penny. Penny with a deflection just wide of McKenzie. 1:20 left in this power play for the Spartans. No score in this one. Nice move at the line, just wide. Boy, McKenzie's such a big goaltender as well. They're parking a body in front of him. Deflection in front, rebound. Oh, Penny's shot was blocked by the defender. Saving a goal was number 11, Luke Laska.
That is twice number 11, Luke Laska, robbed Owen Penny. He made the save here. He had his stick tied up on the one in front of the net. Pat that kid on the pads when he gets out of bench.
Penny, as he was going off, decides to just throw the puck in deep, and the Spartans trying to control it down low. Buchanan on it. Ward at the point. Buchanan loses it for the moment. Off the boards. Chipped out. Freusland now coming the other way. He's got somebody on the far wing. Glove down. Nearly deflected up and in. Spartans in the waning moments of this power play. Here's Owen Hall. Just offside at the line.
We've seen that many, many, many times today.
Just offside at the line. I don't think the Spartans liked it, but Mike, where we're standing, that was offside.
It was offside. It's just a matter of, it doesn't change the play going east to west or north and south in that. He wasn't making a move on anybody but the blue line, and he drew his line mate off. He had enough speed going, but the guy was in front of him. That's where you either got to move the puck or get the puck in the zone so you don't draw him off sides.
20 seconds remaining in this Spartan power play. 2:05 remaining in this first period. No score. Thrown back behind the net. Nobody home the other side. Ring around and out for the Bulldogs, and that is going to do it for this Spartan power play. Now chipped up. That is number 20, Jeff Rand, just chipping it up. He chases after it, picks it up along the far boards. Throws it back to the point, but just out over the line. Spartans forced to shoot it back in, and they're going to make changes. Byron Center with an opportunity to skate it out now. Long pass can't connect. Icing is waved off, and the Spartans have to go back behind their own net with 1:20 to go here in this first period. That frantic pace has slowed down a little bit here, Mike, as this first period has progressed.
Yeah, you can't keep that pace up the whole period, right? I mean, so it's going to happen. We're going to slow down, but this is the time where legs are getting a little tired. You don't want to make that mistake.
Here's a one-on-one opportunity. Let's see what the Spartans can do here. Glove down, no problem off that shot from Brendan Size, the fine-looking freshman for the Spartans. Hey, coming up first intermission, Elizabeth Kuhn is in studio to talk with Lawrence Tech hockey coach Ken Gaffney. That and more on Game Time Live. Boy, that LTU hockey program continues to grow, and Coach Gaffney doing a good job of picking up a lot of local talent, Mike.
Absolutely. There's a few CC kids on that team. I've had the honor of watching them a couple of times play against, and now I'm going to lose my track of thought of who they were playing, the team out of Ann Arbor.
Well, our buddy Jim Hubenschmidt, his son plays for LTU, amongst a lot of talented young players in the area.
Yeah, I've got to watch a few of the games. I mean, it's a great little league, some nice players out there, a lot of local kids, a couple from South Lyon.
Like seeing it. Love seeing the kids move on. Go play some college hockey. Go play in the NAL, the USHL. Love seeing it. Love seeing it.
Yeah. You want to play after high school, there's a lot of places to play.
Byron Center keeping the pressure deep in that Spartan zone. Bright on it. Hall back there as well. Penny back there as well. Point kept in by BC. Puck deflected high and up into the corner, but stays in. Laska there tries to keep it in, but the Spartans with an opportunity to come out. Here's Penny. Penny, 1-on-3. Shoots the puck in, and it goes wide. Buchanan with an opportunity in front, just a wide. Back behind the net. McKenzie just says enough of this, and that will do it for the first period. Shots on goal, 12-3. In favor of the Bulldogs, but most importantly, the scoreboard says no score between the Spartans and the Bulldogs. Well, 17 minutes under the belt. As we mentioned, Elizabeth Kuhn will join us in the first intermission and have a conversation with the head coach at Lawrence Tech, Coach Gaffney. Along with Mike Iveso, my name is Sean Belegian. We'll be back with second period action. Your score after the first. No score between Livonia Stevenson and Byron Center.
We are at intermission at the MIHL Prep Hockey Showcase. We're back in the studio with the LTU head coach, Coach Gaffney. Thanks so much for joining us.
Great to be here, Elizabeth.
From the beginning of the season till now, what's the improvement that you've seen since September?
Improvements in many areas. We've got great leadership, returning players, but also a great freshman class. And probably in that latter group, the freshman class, both in our D1 and D3, they continue to develop right from the start of the season in a consistent manner. So they've added some great firepower, some great depth, and that's been just a great part of our season as far as development.
And you guys have 2 ranked teams, so what does that say about where the program is at right now?
Yeah, you know, we're proud to represent Lawrence Tech. We're certainly proud of the hockey program, and currently our D1 team is ranked 15th in the country, and our D3 team is ranked 6th in the country. We're hopeful that those rankings will even improve on the next posting coming up in a couple of days. And I think we're really just one of 2 teams that can boast having both their teams in the top 15 nationally. So the guys are proud of their effort, and certainly the staff has been pleased.
You guys have the Clark Park game coming up. What makes that weekend so special?
Yeah, it'll be our 13th annual outdoor classic at Clark Park. Many things make it special. First, the people at Clark Park, Anthony Benavides and his staff, they're just wonderful to work with. They present a great facility and experience. But anytime you get a chance to go outdoor and play in a hockey sense, it's one of the highlights of the year. We have great teams coming in. D1's going to be playing Kent State and Toledo, and D3 will be playing Indiana, University of Indiana, and cross-state rival Ferris State. Even the opponents, it's a highlight for them, and to go out there and play at such a nice facility in the sport you love, it's a can't miss.
What makes this team so special from the rest?
You know what, as a coach, you know, it's a tough question to answer, because each group, each season, you know, they're kind of all of our babies, so to speak, in the sense of you love them all. But they have just great energy as an overall group. They train together, they practice together, they know each other well. But I would say they have just really good energy. We always look for a strong compete mentality. This group this year is cultivating that very, very well. So it's a fun group, it's a focus group.
For years, Lawrence Tech has been a huge part of the MIHL Prep Hockey Showcase. What does it mean for you guys to be a part of this?
Well, it's a great showcase, and we've been a signature sponsor of the showcase now for 9 seasons. And it's a big part of our hockey calendar. Our whole staff is down there all 3 days recruiting quality hockey players. So we're just proud to be associated as a signature sponsor with the MIHL. And the folks at the Trenton Kennedy Ice Arena also put on a good event.
Do you think that this is a great way to promote and recruit LTU players?
For sure. I can list every single season LTU hockey onboarding high school hockey players directly out of the MIHL Showcase. There's just so many quality high school programs that attend every year. Majority of them are in-state, but growing is some out-of-state high school programs that come in for the MIHL. So it's a big part of our recruiting, and we have great success bringing in quality hockey players.
And what would you say is the quality of high school hockey over these past couple of years?
I'm very bullish on high school hockey. As a side note, all 3 of my sons, for full disclaimer, played for Detroit Catholic Central. So the high school brand of hockey has been exceptional, based primarily with a lot of quality hockey coaches that lead their program, but also the players at those high school programs. They recognize the positive experience that they can have playing in front of their fellow students. So high school hockey is strong, and it continues to be strong.
And what would be the best way to contact the LTU hockey program if you had any interest?
Yeah, they can contact me at my email address, which would be kgaffney, KGAFFNEY @ltu.edu.
Awesome, thank you so much. We're gonna head back to Trenton for more high school hockey action.
Did you record an unbelievable touchdown, a game-winning goal, or just a proud parent moment? Then we want your clip. Upload your video to the brand new State Champs Network app so we can feature it on one of our shows and give your player, team, and school the recognition they deserve. All it takes is just a few easy clicks, and every clip that is submitted will automatically be eligible for prizes. Download the State Champs Network app today for iPhone and Android devices.
All right, hey, we're continuing our conversations. We say it all the time. These guys deserve all the love in the world. I'm serious. I'm not just saying that because I'm standing next to them. These guys really are what hold it all together, and we appreciate them. Jim McGugan, one of the fine officials here for the MHSAA. And first of all, Jim, really appreciate you taking the time. Busy weekend for you. How many games are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely a busy weekend, and thanks for having me. I'm here doing 6 games over the course of 3 days.
Hey, tell me about your background. What got you started not only with the love of hockey, but eventually moving in to being an official?
Yeah, so I played hockey all the way growing up and then started officiating when I was 13, and I'm about to turn 40, and so I've made so many great friendships here, and I want to thank Dan DeCristofaro and our NHRA group. Great group of guys. Love being out here skating with these guys.
I'll give a shout out to Danny while we're at it as well. That's a good man. Hey, what do you tell somebody, a guy maybe like you, that the career is over? Nobody wants to admit when it's over, but okay, it's over. How do they get involved? What would you tell them to kind of get them the same bug that you had?
This is a great way to stay involved in the game, and so I know Michigan's in bad need of officials. It's a really great opportunity to make some money, especially for young officials as they grow up through high school and college. And frankly, I don't have any student loans, partially because of the money I earned from refereeing over my college career. So it's a great opportunity to make a few bucks, be around the game, and meet a whole bunch of new guys.
Outstanding. He's got to get back on the ice, but you heard his call. You heard the plea. Look, we need fine officials like Jim. Come on out. We'd love to have you, and certainly we appreciate all the fine work these guys do. Jim, best of luck. Continued success.
Thanks, fellas.
Entering its 26th year of excellence, applications are being accepted right now for the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Michigan Male and Female High School Athlete of the Year Awards. Not everyone qualifies, so listen closely. If you are a recognized first-team All-State athlete in a sport or projected to be one this school year, if you have at least a cumulative 3.0 GPA, and if you have demonstrated leadership through the school or as a community volunteer, we want you to apply. 6 male and 6 female student athletes will be nominated, with each being awarded $1,000 of college scholarship money. The winners will receive $5,000 each. The 26th Michigan High School Athlete of the Year Awards will take place at the incredible Detroit Athletic Club in downtown Detroit the evening of Monday, June 5th, and streamed live on the State Champs Sports Network. Nomination applications will be accepted through Monday, March 6th, and this is important. You cannot be nominated if you don't apply. Download the application today at dacathleteoftheyear.com. That's dacathleteoftheyear.com.
When it comes to the number of high school students participating in programs in Michigan, we are certainly, to use a sports analogy, out-kicking our coverage in terms of the number of kids playing versus our general population. A recent survey by the National Federation of State High School Associations found Michigan was 10th in high school age population, but we're 8th in high school sports participation. And some individual sports in the state rank even higher. Boys bowling is second nationally in participation, as are girls and boys alpine skiing. Girls bowling ranks 3rd in the country. Ice hockey and girls tennis have a 4th ranking. Boys tennis and girls and boys golf both rank 5th. Nationally, volleyball is now the 2nd most popular girls sport, trailing only track and field. Texas tops the list of state participants, followed by California, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Illinois in the top 5. It's great to see Michigan ranking so high in the latest sports participation survey. There are so many great things going on in our state and opportunities for more kids to get involved. For more information, visit us at our website. That's mhsaa.com.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Livonia, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
State Champs Game Time Live presented by Alta Equipment Company. Alta knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Do you have a big project? Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. And by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. All right, welcome back in. Second period about to commence here. No score between Byron Center and Livonia Stevenson. Shots on goal in the first period, 12-3. Mike, I thought that Byron Center dominated the first few minutes. Make no mistake about it. But the Spartans kind of came back, and all things considered, sitting at 0-0. Fairly even maybe after the first 5 minutes of the game.
Absolutely. I think that both coaches are going to be happy with what they saw. Obviously, Byron Center is going to want to extend that effort throughout the period. Stevenson's going to want to get a little bit more in there, some better scoring chances. Bottom line is someone's got to step up from one of these teams and take over. We're seeing a lot of fast play, a lot of nice plays. A little bit more puck distribution on both sides is going to lead to something.
By the way, I want to correct myself now before I forget. Number 10 is Brady Breet.
Breet, yes.
Not only did his sister say something, opportunity in front for Spartans, but had a chance to meet his father, Adam. What a nice man. And Adam and the sisters, you should be very proud of Brady. Outstanding player for Byron Center. Make no mistake about that. Byron Center on the puck now, trying to get something going in the Spartan zone. Cade Pratt throws it back to the line, shot from 58 feet wide. Spartans chip it to the line and finally out. Bulldogs have to touch up, get back on side, trip at the line, and that's going to be called, no doubt about it, trip right at the line.
Well, Nicholas has definitely come out flying this period. A nice rush on the first one, almost got around the defenseman, then a nice neutral zone move there caused the player to get behind him, and just a slight little trip there by Derek Buchanan, a nice 0-6 out of Livonia Stevenson.
Freusland going to take this draw as we take a look at this Bulldog power play for the first time. Spartans 0 for 1 on the power play. BC, this is their first opportunity. Spartans send it the other way. Freusland, the first man there. He throws it back to the point, plays catch with the point now. Shot from 58 feet, rebound kicked aside by Riley Martin. Back behind the net. That's Kamiga. From his belly, throws it far side, back to the point. Some chime time there, up and in to the rafters.
Number 4, Josh Philo there. That was a nice, quick little snapshot. That's such an advantage as a defenseman when you have that. Now, a little bit high. He's got to keep the next one down, keep it tippable. That's going to give a shot that hard and that quick is going to give off a rebound.
Spartans win this draw back, but the Bulldogs on it. Wiping out 2 Bulldog players. Still keeping the puck there. Spartans with an opportunity to clear it, and finally high off the glass and down the ice. Carson McKenzie comes out, decides to leave it there. No score, 15-20 to go. Giveaway there. Good hard forecheck by the Spartans, making things happen, Mike.
You got to love it when your guys that score also forecheck on your penalty kill. Owen Hall looking everything that we talked about.
I am really impressed with his game. I am a big fan of this sophomore, number 19, Owen Hall. But in the meantime, Byron Center looking to draw first blood in this one. Spinning around the net, still with the puck, Spartans not able to get it out. Nicholas on it, the dangerous Logan Nicholas. Spartans finally get an opportunity to clear the other way. 30 seconds remaining in this power play. 14:35 to go in this second period. No score between 2 highly ranked opponents here at Trenton Kennedy Ice Arena. Now BC looking to get something going from behind the net. Coming in to give some hope, Luke Philo. The sophomore back to the point. To Nicholas playing at the point. He lets a low wrister go. Puck lay there for a moment. Spartans with an opportunity. Rand can't get it out. Now on top of it, Charlie Ward. Puck comes out in front, and finally the Spartans with a chance to break. Rand coming the other way. Onside at the line. Throw it in deep behind McKenzie. Sent back to the point, nobody home. Giving chase in the neutral zone is Tanner Kozar. Kozar throws it in deep, near corner. Spartans get their first deflection attempt in front. Can't go. 2-on-1 the other way. Shot high on Riley Martin. Read it well, no problem.
Well, Stevenson weathered a storm again with the penalty kill there. They did a nice job. And then a couple odd man rushes down here. But I got to make the point again. The game becomes easier and good things happen when you distribute the puck. We've got to start, the teams have to start moving the puck here. Byron Center teams, good things are going to happen. You start moving people around, passing the puck.
Draw one, puck lay there for a moment, and boy, nearly a great opportunity in the slot. Spartans take another icing. Do you have a big project? Well, Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet. Alta Equipment also services all of the biggest makes and models in construction. Technicians available 24/7. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Nicholas going to take this draw for Byron Center. Spartans get kicked out of the draw. Nicholas wins that cleanly, but too cleanly as it bounces all the way back into his own zone with 13:20 remaining in the second period of a no-score game. Spartans try to center it out in front. Like, look at BC playing 200 feet, Mike. Three guys back behind the net.
They play the game the right way. I think just one slight change, and you're going to see a different team out
Good
there.
defensive play by Tanner Kozar. You had Nicholas bearing down at top speed, and he just waited him out.
Yeah. Again, I'm sorry to keep harping on it, but you make the game easy on the defensive team when we don't pass the puck.
Opportunity, oh boy, Freusland slipped between two Spartans and nearly pitched that in. Spartans content just to send it the length of the ice. Puck goes up on edge, and that's going to be called on the icing. Jackson Freusland, very dangerous there, Mike.
Absolutely, it's a big body. He knows where to go, right to the front of that net, right? He lost his footing a couple times, but that's the pressure you're going to need. You get in the right spot, the puck comes there. You see the things happening for Byron Center. It's just not quite clicking.
You know, I'm going to have to ask the boys, our cameramen down there. There's an opportunity in front. Freusland again, high off of Martin. I want to see a look at Riley Martin's helmet in a second because I thought I saw something really cool on there. And we'll get back to that in a second. Here comes Owen Penny.
Yep.
Penny throws the puck in deep. But coming back the other way, that's Breet. Breed with a nice move, but staying with them all the way, the veteran defender Charlie Ward. Breed, another shot. Martin had to go down and stop that. Puck was tipped. McKenzie's just going to leave it there this time for Gage Pittenpole. Spartans backhanded into the neutral zone. Here they come 2-on-3. Spartans have to go off for a change, though. Just throw the puck in deep. Get some support out there. Taken away nicely there by Matthew Broham. And here they come with speed the other way. Promoda trying to set up shop in the high slot, deflected into the corner. Again, stays in that dangerous area of the high slot until Rand has a chance to skate out. Good job staying on side on the far wing. Spartans to the point. Barnes with a shot. Oh, deflects up past McKenzie. McKenzie down, still down. Puck in the high slot, tipped away. Now stepping up again is Barnes. He's just going to throw it back in deep. Some sustained pressure here now for the Spartans, Mike.
They weathered the storm in their own end, and then just like the second period, it starts tilting their way into the offensive end. I really like their game tonight.
Here's Size throwing it back behind the net. Spartans moving in this period, matching the intensity for Byron Center. Byron Center is in attack mode. Make no mistake about that. And that is going to be icing. Hey, Lawrence Tech is the creative university of the future. Registration is now open for spring semester 2023 classes. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Take a look at Riley Martin's helmet. That's a really cool helmet, but do you notice the little blue clovers on there?
Okay.
As an Irishman, I have to point that he's got the big green clover, see? Yeah. But he's got little Spartan blue clovers on there. As an Irishman, that I just had to point that out to everybody. Is that okay?
It's magically delicious. I really like it.
I'm not going to rap like Leprechaun like we did up in Houghton, okay?
That right there, I mean, that's going to the Hall of Fame. When you go to the Hall of Fame, Sean, that rap is going there. But again, I can't say enough about a team. Stevenson's just weathering that storm, staying around, being in the right spot, doing the right things, get the puck out. It's really working for them. Now we got to connect on the offensive end. You can only weather it for so long, and we know Byron Center's got the skill and the talent, and you don't want that dam to break the other way.
Nicholas and Penny, two guys on our State Champs Player of the Year list. Going to take this draw. Penny wins it back, played behind the net. Charlie Ward coming near side. Ward out into the neutral zone. They try to chip it up to Owen Hall. Switching up the lines a little bit. How about Penny and Hall on the same line now, huh?
This is going to be interesting. And again, this is the second time this game, and I don't know if they changed the rules since the last couple of games, but it's the second time I've seen sticks go flying out of someone's hands. That's usually an automatic call. Not that I say I agree with it, but you usually see that being an automatic call. Back in the day, it was called keep two hands on your stick, son.
So Penny and Nicholas going to do it this side. One again by Penny. Shot from the point. Ward didn't miss by much. Puck comes into the neutral zone, and now with speed is Nicholas. What a stop! Glove stop by Riley Martin. Oh, a great feed from Nicholas. And Martin got out that glove and said, no, sir.
Yeah, there was that pass I was looking for in the offensive zone, and Martin was up for the answer. Now, again, right here, he can easily shoot this puck, but he creates a better chance with the pass. Perfect shot right over the pad. That's a quick glove there.
Dalton Clark with a great opportunity there. Still scoreless. 10 minutes to go in the second period of this one. This one has been as advertised. Really impressed by Byron Center. To anybody who had a question about how good this team is, if you're watching this game, all those questions should go away. This is a darn good team. And Mike, the team to beat in Division II.
Absolutely. If they're in your path on the way, watch this game and try to figure it out because they're going.
Deflection in front actually hit Brady Breet and goes wide. And now BC forced to start in their own end, taken over by the Spartans now. Wallace
Throws it to the other side. Pass just into the neutral zone. Misses, and having to chase it back in his own zone is Josh Philo. Philo. Nobody on him. Far wing. That's Breet. Breet throws it on the wing. Back behind the net. Score! It's Eli Kamenga. And Byron Center strikes first.
This is just a nice patient play by Breet as he comes across. And look, he could have shot, but we're going to distribute the puck here. And then one more pass. And what are you going to do? I mean, you got to protect one side, but you also have to be leaning in case he goes around the other side. Just a little bit of a hole there, and 13 buries it.
We should get 2 assists. We'll wait for the official word on it, but there should be
3, right?
Yeah, 13 scored the goal. Freusland and Breet with the assists on the goal. And here they come again. And a great opportunity in front. Hit something in front. Boy, Byron Center smelling blood. Coming back out. Pittenpole has to give chase back in his own zone. Nearly picked off by the Spartans. As a matter of fact, it is. Thrown back the other way. Broham there. Absorbs a hit. Still can't get it out. Finally out for Byron Center. That's going to be waved off. Martin going to leave it there. Coming back near side. Kept in by Byron Center. Fired right back in on Martin. Spartans looking to skate it out. Along the half boards down here. Back behind the net, giving chase is Buchanan. Buchanan head up to Penny. Penny stops. Now starts again. Nearly coughed it up. Look out, could be a break for Byron Center. Coming in just wide of Martin.
That was almost a costly mistake. Oof. We're starting to get physical here.
Byron Center skating it up now. Into the neutral zone. Stopped by the Spartans for a moment. Spartans coming in. They got 2 down low. High slot area. Couldn't control it. Bounced off the stick of the sophomore Andrew Clark. 1-0. Byron Center on top. Spartans with some sustained pressure now. In the zone. Back behind the net to Buchanan. Buchanan throws it near side. Connor Buchanan waiting at the line. Can't keep it in. He just fires it back in. McKenzie gloves it down. And a free opportunity for Broham. Oh, giveaway there. Nobody was with him. Derek Buchanan. Byron Center content just to throw it down the ice, and that is going to be an icing. 6:52 to go here in this second period. Byron Center up by a score of 1-0.
There was a brief opportunity there, but unfortunately both teams were at the end of a shift. But this is where it's going to get interesting for Stevenson. You can't weather the storm anymore. You've got to get down there and create some offense when you're down.
Draw thrown into the corner, but controlled by Byron Center. High off the glass, can't get it out. Still staying there at the line, finally punched out by the Bulldogs. Giving chase is Charlie Ward. Coming near side now for the Spartans, McCallion. He gets it back. Playing catch behind his own net with Ward to McCallion. Chips the puck out. I think that's going to be icing. Indeed, it is. 6:21 to go in this second period. Warrior Hockey is a proud partner of State Champs and a leading manufacturer of hockey equipment for players of all ages and skill levels. Visit warrior.com to locate your nearest hockey retailer. Warrior Hockey is made for this.
Well, this is a tough game, Sean. There's the easy games to play when it's flowing, offensive is going, but when it's really mucked up like this, your offensive stars have got to find a way to get free and make something happen. And I'm still going to get back to that puck distribution is going to do it. Which of the top lines is going to get to that in the second period?
He throws it to the open wing. Giving chase there is Rand. Rand throws it in deep. Penny gives chase. Now it's Heath near side. He gets there first, back to the point to Barnes. Deflected by Breet. On it again is Rand. Rand behind the net, into the corner. Nobody home for the Spartans, and an opportunity for Byron Center to get it out. They lead 1-0, looking for more. That's going to go the length of the ice, and that is going to be an icing.
Well, Stevenson's picking it up a little bit here. Byron Center's picking it up. Shots are getting a little bit closer. We're leaning on our goaltenders a little bit. I'm still waiting. You can see it within both teams. They want to bust out offensively. We just keep waiting, and we just keep waiting. Let's see what we got here.
Face off deep in the BC zone, controlled by the Bulldogs. Sent near side. Spartans trying to get that forecheck on. Barnes keeps it in at the line. Barnes, nice move. Barnes carries. Still on the puck. Loses it finally, thrown far side. First one there is Buchanan, but chipped out by the Bulldogs. D to D, just into the neutral zone. BC on it again. Owen Hall, though, gets there first and swipes it away. Pitbull throws it into the corner. First one there is Kozar. Chipped out of the zone, and Owen Hall with an opportunity. Owen Hall tries to chip it up to himself. Inside out, shot on McKenzie, kicked aside. BC content to bang it off the boards, and that is going to be icing. 4:59 to go here in this second period. Byron Center on top by a score of 1-0.
Yeah, nice save down there. It's been a slow period in the offensive end for Stevenson. Sometimes those goalies can get into a little bit of a lull. He had to make a nice save there on Owen Hall's shot. That was a nice, low, wide shot. Now they have someone crashing. That's going to be what they call that pad pass. There's going to be a rebound right there for somebody.
Shots on goal in favor of the Spartans by a margin of 14-10 for what it's worth. Now 15-10. And another icing called on Byron Center.
It's kind of what we saw last period. As the period wore on, Stevenson stepped up a little bit more. Their chances increased. And we'll see.
Rohrabacher going to take this draw. I believe that's Freusland. I can't tell. Oh, that's 23. That's Nicholas. Thank you. Our spotter, Kirk Hunter, has been spot on all night tonight. Bulldogs throw it back behind the net. Try to break out. Dangerous pass up the middle, but somehow connects with Logan Nicholas. Nicholas takes it wide, stops, turns, throws it to the high point. Shot. Rebound comes out. Story on it again. Bounces over his stick. Size on it. Beats Story. Throws it in the middle. Nobody there. Nicholas. Nice no-look pass on the far wing, but picked off by the Spartans. Comes out into the neutral zone. Big battle right there at center ice, controlled by the Spartans. Here comes number 20, Jeff Rand. He loses the puck, but it's shot in deep. Rand has to get over to that far wing now. Pass misses, and another icing. You know, first period we saw a plethora of icings by the Spartans. We've seen a lot of icings this second period by Byron Center.
They're wearing down a little bit here as we get into the second period. And again, the first period, same thing. Stevenson had a little bit more gusto in their tank. At the end of the first period, we're seeing that here, and all of a sudden they're starting to carry the play down in that end.
Penny on the draw. Going to throw somebody out. Yeah, they do.
Everybody.
Oh, going to throw them both out.
Everybody out.
Beat it. Go on, scram. Straight back to Penny. Penny with the shot. McKenzie, no problem. Yeah. He's pretty much seen everything here tonight,
yes,
Mike.
Absolutely. And we've seen some shot opportunities out of Owen Penny. We know the shot that he has. He can score from anywhere. Those feet get moving, and he gets a little bit better of a shooting lane. It's going to be trouble for the goalie, even if he can see it.
Ty Heath takes this draw. Shot off the draw, deflected up and over McKenzie, and another icing coming the other way.
It's tipping here.
Good game so far, Mike. I mean, what you would expect from two of the best in the state. I mean, you're talking about two top 10 teams.
And you know, you look at sometimes people look at a score 1-0. They're like, it must be boring. It happens when you have two evenly matched teams, and that's what we're finding out right here. These teams are very similar.
Puck comes to the line, brought out, And here they come again, the goal scorer. To Breet. Puck lay there for a moment. Hopped over Penny's stick. Breet on it down there. Back behind the net. Spartans give chase. Kept in by Breet. Big battle there. Breet not giving up on the play. Finally a breakout. They've got two. Back behind the play. The Spartans had a 2-on-1 that was negated. And I can see the frustration going the other way. It looks like 1-1 going into the box, but a little frustration for the Spartans because, Mike, they had a 2-on-1 going the other way.
I'm telling you, I wasn't bald until I started coaching, and those are some of the plays that make you pull your hair out as a coach. Again, nothing intentional. He didn't see the play going down. He got caught up with a guy, and they're going to take them both. And when they do that, the play is going to get called dead, 2-on-1, 3-on-1 or not. It's one where we just got to have a little bit more composure.
3:08 to go here, second period. Puck lay there for a moment, but now Byron Center with speed coming back the other way. On the far wing, throwing it in front, nobody home. Spartans get there first. Good play by Ward, playing it to himself. Stops, loses it in front, tried to punch it back down low. Now to the point, kept in by Broham. Broham going to throw it in deep. Bounces up, back to the line, but Broham can't keep it in this time. Broham still on the puck. Working down there. BC with an opportunity to shoot it in deep. Ward the first one there again. Ward stops for a second. Still on the puck. Doing battle down there with Luke Philo. Puck gets just over the line. BC has to touch up as they were all offside. They're going to change anyway. Pratt off the bench. Spartans get a chip. Let's see if they decide to make change as well. They do. 2:05 to go here. 1-0 Bulldogs. Glad you could join us. Along with Mike Ivesel, I'm Sean Belegian, having a blast here today, watching a lot of good hockey. Puck goes the length of the ice, and that will be an icing with 1:55 to go.
Game's getting tight. Guys are getting a little nervous. The increase of the icings here in the last 5 minutes has been evident. It's fatigue. It's a tight game. Things are going to happen. They want to get and survive this last minute, 55, get in the locker room and game plan to figure out how they can loosen this game up in the third period.
Penny with the draw. Spartans control off the draw, but punched back in by Byron Center. Waning moments of this second period. No score after one. Byron Center got one here in the second. Spartans would love to even it up heading to the third. Here's Penny. Owen Penny coming out in the near wing. Loses it. Spartans pick it up. Absorbing a hit down there was Rand. And on it now, BC. BC Clark throws it to the wing. Nobody there. Ty Heath gets there first, throws it near side, kept in at the line, and we got a penalty coming up to the Spartans.
That is very unfortunate.
Coming up second intermission, we'll show you State Champs Hockey Time that aired this past Wednesday, hosted by myself and the guy that works, well, like 78 men, John Kidd. That and more on Game Time Live.
Nothing intentional here, but again, we say it all the time. It's one of those, you get the stick in the feet at the wrong time. The guys go, both refs put their arms up at the same time. It was an easy call. It's one that he wishes he could take back, I'm sure, but let's kill this penalty and get into the locker room.
Freusland going to take this draw. He wins it back to Nicholas. Nicholas with a shot. Nobody home. Goes in deep. Freusland, first one there. Throws it back to the point. Nobody at the near point is. Nicholas moves down low. Now Nicholas steps back out. Puck in deep. Good puck movement here. Look at, there's a back door. Absolutely. Riley Martin read that well and made a big stop on Logan Nicholas. Back behind the net. Coming out in front, Riley Martin says enough of this and freezes it with 38.3 seconds remaining in this second period.
Yeah, you could see that weak side one-timer coming the whole way. And it's one that I'm going to guess the two forwards that Coach Mitchell just put out there have an understanding of. He's not coming up high. There's no reason to even watch up here. He's coming down low. You've got to take that passing lane out.
Well, straight to the net after that draw was Pratt, but Ward stood his ground. BC still with control. Back to the point. Logan Nicholas playing the near side point. Back to the far side point. Shot! Deflects just wide. 20 seconds remaining. On the backhand. Can't get it out. Finally, the Spartans. Heath with speed coming the other way. Moving in on McKenzie. McKenzie shut the wicket. Pass out in front. BC coming back the other way. 7 seconds. Freusland drops it to Pratt. In the high slot. That is going to do it for this second period. An exciting period that sees Byron Center head into the locker room with a 1-0 lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll give you a view of our show that we do every single week with John Kidd, Hockey Time.
Love it.
Do you watch that show, Mike?
I watch it. I watch it with my son. You know.
I want you to watch it this week.
Okay.
Because you know who we gave a shout out to?
Who did we give a shout out?
A young man by the name of Sebastiano Iverson.
Oh, that is so nice. I've heard of him.
1-0 your score after 2 periods of play. Don't you go anywhere. Hockey Time in the intermission, and then an exciting third period next, right here on Game Time Live.
Hey guys, I'm Elizabeth Kuhn. Welcome to another edition of State Champs Hockey Time.
I'm Jonathan Kidd, along with Sean Bolesian. Sean, it is now February.
Yeah, you got to love it. That means Trenton Showcase. I think everybody's looking forward to that. I'll say it again. There are so many great showcases. There are so many great events all around the state. But, boy, oh boy, the granddaddy of them all is down in Trenton. And, of course, we'll be out there all weekend long. Really looking forward to it, Johnny.
And we're going to preview that just a little bit later in the show. State Champs Hockey Time is presented by our friends at the Alto Equipment Company. So, Sean, let's get right into it from last week. Heartland took it on Marquette. Marquette made that long drive. You know, they kept it close, but Heartland came out with a 4-2 victory.
Yeah, Heartland, it's coming together for Coach Gadwell right now. Right now, you're getting goaltending from two different guys. I mean, both Babcock and Hubenschmidt have been very good in net. Let me tell you something. I saw Marquette. That's a darn good team. Last year, I don't want to say they snuck up on people, but I think, as you remember, John, everybody was like, whoa, that's a really good team at the showcase. I don't think they're going to sneak up on anybody. I had a chance to see them against Brighton. They won that game. They have a couple of good goaltenders, a sophomore and a freshman. Garrow's a stud. I mean, he really is. Keep an eye on that kid. I like their defense core. Coach Garrow has them playing the right way.
All right, we head to Northern Michigan for the game between the Bay Reps and Traverse City Central. And how about Bay Reps with a 2-1 victory?
Yeah, boy, it's coming together for Bay Reps. That's one of those teams, if you recall, a lot of people said, hey, look out for the Bay Reps. So we've been keeping an eye on them. Grant Lucas having a tremendous season. He's got 36 points, 20 goals. I hear Hathaway was solid in net for them against a good TCC team. So congratulations to the Reps.
And we go to the Catholic League Cardinal Division Championship game between Ann Arbor Father, Gabriel Richard Green Hills, and Grosse Pointe Woods University Liggett.
Yeah, well, Clint Robert, we've talked about him for many years. He's one of our favorites. He's a good guy. I think quietly one of the fine coaches, and there are a whole heck of a lot of them here in the MHSAA ranks. Putting together a really good season. I bumped him up in the rankings this week, John. Jack Lipinski, he's had just a historic career there. The thing that jumps out to me about them is they're limiting teams right now. Defensively, they're playing so well. Anytime you limit the opposition, you give your team a chance to win.
And it was a 5-4 victory in overtime, and last year Liggett beat them in overtime, so they returned the favor.
Yeah, and you know what? That's good for them. Congratulations to the Irish.
We head to Chelsea for the Michigan Public High School Hockey Showcase. We covered the game between Midland and Escanaba, and this was a high-scoring affair. Midland with a 7-6 victory.
Yeah, for the older hockey fans out there, a little Smythe Division action going on. When you see those scores, that's like the Smythe Division back in the day. I think Coach Witt's done a really good job at Midland. Remember the run that they made last year? It's coming together for them now. Connor White is leading the way up front, and that's going to be a team that I think people are going to have to keep an eye on, Johnny.
And how about for Escanaba, Sawyer LaMarche with that? I called it on Twitter, the goal of the year. So we're only in February.
Pretty cool. You know what? And it's funny. We were talking about it on Twitter, and I think our buddy Mike Iveso brought up a great point. He didn't give up on the play, and it's one of those things, John, you hear people say it all the time to the point it's a cliche, but you have to keep saying it. Throw the puck at the net. Good things can happen, and it did from his behind.
On Friday, there was a big Division III matchup between Flint Powers and Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and Orchard Lake St. Mary's comes out with a 2-1 victory.
Well, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, we've been talking about on the show. I think inexplicably they're flying out of the radar with a lot of people, and they shouldn't be right now. They're going out and winning a lot of games, and I think they're deeper than most people want to give them credit for. It's a heck of a game, and it looks good on both of them that they're willing to play a game like that during the season, especially with their schedule being so difficult as it is. Because, we talk about it, Travis isn't afraid to play anybody. Obviously, you're OLSM, you're playing an MIHL schedule. I think it's fantastic we see games like that.
Sean, you want to touch on a few teams that are, making some good noise this year.
Yeah, John, I like that we've been able to incorporate this into the show this year and, talk about some teams that maybe they aren't in the rankings yet, but there are some good things going on. I want to bring up Stony Creek. Props to them. They've been playing really well as of late, and a big part of that is young man Brandon Hilton came over. This is going to be a guy to keep an eye on. Johnny's got 10 goals and 14 points in the 5 games since he joined them. I think that's outstanding. Another team on the west side. I think they opened up some eyes last week knocking off Mona Shores, but Grand Rapids Christian. They have 4 straight wins now. Joshua Hooper up front. Mellon's been solid in net. So you like to see teams like that are taking the step. Maybe not in the rankings yet, but I did put Grand Rapids Christian in there. But teams that are making some noise and you're watching something special come together. Looks good on both you guys.
It's time now for our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. As we said in last week's show, we're going to wait till the showcase is over to update our top 10.
Yeah, it's moving week. I mean, it really is, John. This has kind of been the routine for us the last few years. I think part of it is not only do you have an incredible amount of talent and guys on our list that are going to be on the ice, but you have a lot of the coaches and guys, they say it once, they say it 100 times, there is a committee. There are a bunch of coaches that we've tapped on the shoulder to help us out with that. So when we're all under the same roof, you get an opportunity to chat and say, okay, this guy just made a big step in a big game. This guy just took a big step in a big game. So it's been moving week in the past, and I don't expect it to be any different this week.
You can cast your vote at statechampsnetwork.com. The leading vote getter never gets removed from the top 10. And that was our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. All right, it's time now for our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. I'm joined today by the head coach at Midland High School, Steve Witt. Steve, welcome to Hockey Time.
Thanks for having me.
I caught up with you at the recent Michigan Public High School Hockey Showcase. Just how cool was it for Midland to participate in this?
Oh, this is something we look forward to every year. It's great. Number one, we have such a variety of competition, and Jen does a fantastic job matching up teams. So many games here are you see 1-goal games, you see shootouts. We like the variety, but it's the people. Like, you're running into people that you see once a year here, and it's like you haven't seen them in a week. So that's the fun part of running into old friends and coaches.
And just talk about your squad this season.
We're off to a good start. We have probably one of the best locker rooms I've had in many years. They love being here. They love being at the rink. They work hard for each other, and you can see it on the ice. And as a coach, it's a coach's dream to, with the leadership we have, we're starting to head in the right direction where we want to be as a team on the ice.
This is your first year on the board at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. Just talk about being on that board.
You know, what kind of drew me to that was the board works so hard to promote high school hockey and give these high school athletes just a great experience, a great opportunity. And in the 7 years I've been coaching high school, I've seen high school hockey grow. It's just being part of making positive changes for the student athletes.
So thank you very much, Steve, for joining us on the Coach's Corner, and thank you for all your support for Hockey Time over the years.
Thank you.
All right, and that was our Coach's Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. All right, it's time now for our Wall Award update brought to you by Warrior Hockey. So, Sean, the top 10 stays the same, and it's going to stay that way until after the showcase.
Yeah, I think we'll have some conversations, throughout the weekend, and then probably next Sunday in particular. Again, we'll get in those text group messages that I know you're so fond of, and it's one of those things that we've seen it happen in the past. Guy that I bring up, Cooper Black a few years ago up in Alpena, that was a guy, everybody saw him play, and they were like, bump him up. And so we've seen that. I think Sam Avola was another guy that he was already on the radar, but when everybody saw him, everybody's like, okay, this guy is very special. So, that's the beauty of having everybody under the same roof, and I expect multiple changes next week, Johnny.
You can cast your vote at statechampsnetwork.com. The leading vote getter never gets removed from the top 10. And that was our Wall Award update brought to you by Warrior Hockey. All right, Sean, so that is it for State Champs Hockey Time. So, Sean, what do you say?
We'll see you at the rink.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Livonia, Bogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
State Champs Game Time Live, presented by...
All right, welcome back in. Third period about to commence. Byron Center starts this third period with a 1-0 lead in 48 seconds remaining in a power play. Towards the end of the period, Tanner Kozar was called. By the way, Mike, very quickly, maybe you can update everybody on a special text message you got during the intermission.
Well, Sean, there's some people out there that do know me and highly respect me, and one is an old friend of mine, Danny DiCristofaro, one of the head referees, one of the special referees around here, who is home, and we hope he's doing well. He had his knee replaced, and he reached out to say that he would take me under his wing as a special officiating project. The problem is everyone needs to know, can I skate? I got the IQ, he says. He just doesn't know if he trusts my skating abilities.
Yeah, we gave Danny a shout-out last night, actually, the first night. Byron Center. I want to get back to one of your comments in just a second, mister. Byron Center in the waning moments. Puck loose in front. Riley Martin down. Still battling behind the net. Still buzzing.
Oh.
Score! Logan Nicholas, just as the power play ends, makes it 2-0.
There wasn't much there. He's standing on the goal line when he puts this one in, but it was like about to give. He had about 3 chances. Watch, just not even a step over. Now, at that angle, it's got to bounce off. We don't have the angle of the It probably bounced off the back of the goalie, but there's just not much room there, and he put it right up there. That takes some nice set of mitts.
I want to go back to, are you insinuating that somebody doesn't respect you? I hope that's not what you're insinuating.
No.
You were like, believe it or not, there's actually somebody out there that, because I respect the heck out of you, pal.
It's not. It wasn't a question of disrespect. It was just the admiration of one Danny D. Oh, look at this. It's been a long day. But all I've got to say is he was one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Always enjoyed him officiating our games. He called it like it was, would always come over and have a conversation with you. It was very fair, great guy. And, again, best wishes. Hope you get better, pal.
No doubt about it. Hope to see you. I always love visiting with Danny and Garth, my old buddy Garth. We missed Garth this year, but hopefully we'll see him at USA Hockey Arena. I know him from the OHL days.
Well, yeah, and he was back there when I was at Grosse Pointe. Another good one. Now the thing is will we see his fan club back at USA Arena like last year? And I see you grabbing your phone. You're going to pull up that picture.
I have that
of
picture
one of the
on my
last
phone.
games, if not the last game that he did, and I believe he's still retired. That's what we were calling it. They had the big Garf sign up there for him. It was very nice.
Yes.
And there it is.
And you made a beautiful picture on it.
And that is great. I mean, it's unbelievable with phones nowadays, the editing that you can do to pictures, and you just put a glowing stamp on that Garf.
Opportunity in front. Knocked away. Riley Martin with a big stop there. Boy, Byron Center loves to come out buzzing, don't they? You've seen it all 3 periods here tonight.
Now, again, it's one of those things. What are the coaches talking to them? They're reminding them that it's a 17-minute period and that they've been getting a little bit winded. Why is that? Are they taking too long of shifts? Are they out of shape? Are they gassed? What it is? I'm going to guess that they might be staying a little bit too long on the ice, and they're going to fix that.
2-0, the Spartans in a hole. No doubt about that. But a lot of time left on this clock. Trying to change that now as they knock the puck in deep. Byron Center there first. Spinning is Broham. Throws it along the far boards. Kept it by Spartans. Owen Hall on it now. Owen Hall tried to pass it to himself, taken away by Nicholas. Here comes Logan Nicholas. Tries to split the defense. Not that time. Martin throws it into the corner. BC on it again. Opportunity in front. It rolls towards Martin. Oh, he had to bend
someone's
back
going
himself.
Here. Oof. I mean, they might make it easy just to take them all.
Boy, 19 and 19 really work on each other. Cade Pratt and Owen Hall really working on each other outside. Then Logan Nicholas came burying in.
And let's give credit to the Byron Center defenseman who sat on that blue line. We're not playing juniors. We're not in the NHL. There's no one fighting. They sat there to keep that face-off down in their zone.
Absolutely.
And this is, look, I understand the no calls. I get it. What does that lead to, though? that's where we start getting frustrated. These young kids start getting frustrated. Sometimes taking 1-and-1 doesn't hurt.
Spartans in their own zone. Knock it into the neutral zone. Puck goes up and over, and the play is whistled down. 13:57 to go in this third period. Byron Center up 2-0 in this one. Looking to be one of 2 unbeaten teams, Mike, in the MHSAA. To remain unbeaten. Catholic Central knocked off Houghton earlier, so they're unbeaten, as are these Bulldogs. Shot comes in, McKenzie kicks it aside, no problem. Hey, Alta Equipment knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction with industry-leading service and support. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
It's going to be interesting to see here, Sean. You've got a lot of big bodies out here for Byron Center. They play hard. They play tough. They've got a 2-goal lead. They're going to try to push everything to the outside. Can Stevenson get inside that and put on some pressure?
Absolutely. And they're up against it right now. Trying to get something going. Out into the neutral zone, but controlled by Byron Center. O'Keefe steps up, just shoots it in deep. A wide of Riley Martin. First one there is Logan Barnes for the Spartans. He gets it out into the neutral zone. O'Keefe playing catch with his defense partner. Chipped up there by number 24, Ben Pacino. Back in behind the net. Spartans trying to come alive here. Get one back. Owen Hall's a guy that can do it, but he loses the puck in the neutral zone. Buchanan does as well. Shot in deep, and that's going to go down for icing.
I think it's going to be a theme. I mean, we already are on the verge of the record of icings in this game. I think we're going to see a lot more. Byron Center's not going to take any chances. And what Stevenson has to do is remain patient. There's 12 minutes, 48 seconds left in this game. They're down to, that's plenty of time. There's no need to take any unnecessary risks. Play the game right. And the big thing is get inside this defense of Byron Center.
High off the boards and an opportunity the other way. Far wing just wide on Riley Martin. Spartans chip it out. That's going to go the length of the ice. Mike, you're never going to guess for the icing.
Well, but that's part of the news just coming
across. What was the final score?
4-3.
4-3. Hartman lost in the shootout.
All right. Look at this. Not only is he a spotter for our game, he's a spotter for other games. And we're getting word that St. Ignatius just won in a shootout over Heartland. I walked out. Heartland was up 3-2.
Let me tell you something. John Kidd does the work of 78 men. Kirk Hunter's at about 52 right now.
He's getting there.
He's a spotter. He's a reporter. He's an interviewer. He's a dancer choreographer.
It's getting late in the night.
Folks, we've been here for 3 games. You're going to have to forgive us.
Oh. We got this.
Yeah. As Kevin pointed out, whose idea was it to do 3 games?
I'm
going to blame De Cristofaro, quite frankly.
See what happens when you text me?
Here comes Broham. Broham just shoots it in deep. Giving chase down there is Charlie Ward. Ward picks it up for the moment, high off the glass, to the line, and finally out. Kind of willing its way out. Spartans looking to get anything going offensively right now. McCallion drops it up. That's going to be Penny knocking it in deep. Along with number 18, Christian Lang. Into the neutral zone now. Clark 1-on-4. He's upended. Nearly a giveaway in the Spartan zone, but backhanded in. Here comes Owen Penny 1-on-2. Owen Penny tried to cross up Broham.
Oh!
And McKenzie with the stop.
Oh, boy. I'm losing my words here, but if they call this right, Stevenson's going to be short one of their top players, Sean.
Lawrence Tech University is the creative university of the future. Registration is now open for spring semester 2023 classes. Go to ltu.edu for more information.
This is going to be an interesting call. We clearly, frustrations run, and he lost his cool a little bit there. It's going to be an interesting call to see if he stays in the game. But to get back to a bigger point of a lot of things we heard about Byron Center coming into this game, Sean, was how difficult they were to play against. If you think they're difficult to play against, be down by a couple goals to them.
Yeah.
They have been very hard to play against in this third period, and that's where we've seen it. Did I see the 5?
I think I saw the 5, and
Yep.
we did see the 5 on that cross check.
Are they going to let them stay?
We saw the 5, and that is not a good position for the Spartans to be in, as they are down 2-0, and now Byron Center goes on an extended power play here, Mike.
Yeah. And they're going to be fortunate if he's allowed to stay in the game. So we'll see what – I don't see him going.
Yeah, he's in the box.
Okay. So if they can kill this off, they still have one of their top scorers left to play the last 6 minutes of the game. Hopefully the 5 minutes gives them a little bit of reflection to come back a little cooler headed.
So Byron Center, Logan Nicholas with a shot, deflects wide. Now it's Breet as they set up in the umbrella. Breet drops it back. Shot deflected. Good job by the Spartans on the penalty kill so far. Look at McKenzie coming way out to play that up to Nicholas. Nicholas with speed. Good defensive play there to keep him to the outside. Puck comes high slot. Opportunity for the Spartans the other way. They've got 2. Buchanan, Hall, just a wide. Nicholas on it now. Back behind the net. 10.5 to go in this one. BC in control, up 2-0, and an extended power play due to the major for cross-checking on Owen Penny. Spartans clear it. McKenzie's going to leave it there. That's Laska. He's going to leave it. Now picking up some speed in his own zone is Freusland. Freusland coming down the near wing. Freusland still on it. Around the net. Waiting, looking, waiting. Still on the puck. Drops it there. Shot comes in. Blocked by one of the Spartans and clears the zone. Spartans change up one of the forwards as they've killed 1.5 minutes of this major penalty. Kozar with some good work. Force BC back in their own end. Buchanan getting the forecheck going a little bit. Force back in his own zone is Josh Philo behind his net. Goes one way, stops, looks at the traffic, decides to skate out. Near wing to Pratt in front of his own bench. Drops it to Freusland. Over to Kaminga. Kaminga just sends it in deep. Spartans there first. Off the boards and into the neutral zone. Logan Nicholas back on, nearly picked off there by number 20, Jeff Rand. 2:45 left in this power play, Mike. BC up 2-0 with 9 minutes to go here in the third period. Pratt gains the zone, stops, and just fires it in deep. BC on it deep. Now back to the point. Nicholas. Nicholas stops, starts, turns. Back up high, and loses the puck out over the zone.
Yeah, we've got to get some puck moving in here, but I've got to give credit to Stevenson. This is a really good kill. The downside of it is this is taxing on your players.
Absolutely. Nicholas has been out there for an eternity, and he's on the puck again. This time Ward gets there. Ward can't get it out. Kept in by number 24, Ben Pisano, and finally cleared the length of the ice by the Spartans. 8:15 to go. 2-0 Byron Center. Still 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this power play. Now it's Connor Buchanan back behind his own net. Gets help from Derek Buchanan and sent the length of the ice. Michael, echo your sentiments. This is a good kill for the Spartans.
Yes, they keep this going. They survive this. What do they do with that momentum that they should get off that kill?
Here comes Pratt the other way. Pratt stops. Sends it in deep for Breet. Back to Pratt, the shot. Martin got a piece of it into the corner. Back to the point. Play and catch at the point. Spartans intercept and clear. McKenzie's going to come out. He shoots this back up to Breet. Breet quickly gains the zone again. Breet, little outside in move, and Riley Martin had no problem with that.
Oh, a little love tap on the goalie pads as 10 skated by, and he blew the whistle a second time. I thought he was going to, they're talking to the ref like, hey, we're going to call that. But if we go back about 45 seconds, remember that save by Riley Martin here. That was a nice save, keeping him in the game.
And Coach Mitchell called the timeout. Let's see. Oh, it was Byron Center. Thank you. Once again, our spotter, who has not been wrong one time tonight. Not one time.
It's a good timeout. It's a good timeout. You know, get your guys a rest, see if they can get some top guys in, because a power play goal right here would be crushing. Would be absolutely crushing. So it's not a bad call. Try to get the game done with, but you're also giving those killers a time.
Okay. We're just talking business right here. John Watson, our executive producer, standing behind me, handed me a sheet, right? And I literally look at it and I go, okay, I'll read this. And he goes, no, not yet. Okay. Thank you. Well, can we get this figured out right now? Because I think John took offense. Is John the executive producer, or are you the executive producer? All right, so John's the executive producer. Well, what title do we give you then? Stage manager. If speaking of the stage, I know a guy who's a dancer choreographer. If you have.
We got a little bit of everything up here. I'm telling you. If you think we're one-dimensional, think again.
No, absolutely not. You can hear the Bulldogs below us all fired up. They want to take advantage of the remaining 104 in this major. They get another goal, and Spartans, who are already in a hole, would be in a huge, huge hole.
Yeah, coming back from 3 goals on a team that plays as hard as Byron Center is a tall task. So they're going to want to kill this and then use that momentum to get some offense going.
Back to the point. Far side now, Freusland. Freusland moving in. Freusland still on the puck. Centers and score. Another one for number 13, Eli Kaminga. And that's a huge one. A power play tally. And Byron Center goes up 3-0.
Well, it gets back to the point. He's got a nice play here. He's looking like, I'm going to shoot it short side. No, I'm not. I'm passing it because that's the easier, better play to make the smarter play, and he did there. And he froze the goalie, too. So he was when he goes to fake that shot, the goalie's got to respect it.
I'm going to say what I said earlier this game. If there are any questions about the Byron Center Bulldogs, you aren't paying attention. This is a darn good team. A darn good team. Freusland on it again. He's had a strong night. Freusland coming in. Martin comes out and challenges. Puck lays there for a moment. Another shot. Martin makes a stop from his knees. Puck up and out of play at the benches. Don't forget, coming up after the game, Mike Ivesel's 3 stars, sponsored by me.
The pressure's on. I mean, I have to impress my sponsors.
Pressure's on you. Pressure's on me. How am I going to pay for your 3 stars? John Watson's sitting over there counting all his money right now because he knows I just sponsored that.
Boy, the check is coming.
Bounce in front. Spartans come the other way, looking to get something going offensively. 1-on-3 as they make a change. Derek Buchanan keeps it in deep. 10 seconds remaining in this extended power play. On it again is Eli Kaminga. Throws it in deep. Spartans are full strength. Got the extra man on the ice now. 6:10 to go in this one. Big hit in the neutral zone. Puck goes the length of the ice, waved off on the icing. Here come the Spartans. Owen Hall on it. He's had a strong night. Hall, high slot, score! Boy, he made me look good. 1 second I'm saying he's had a strong night, and then he works his way to the high slot and banks one off the post.
Hey, this is a kid, you wouldn't even know he just missed extended time with the broken wrist. That's a nice quick move, smart play. Comes to the center of the ice, shoots through a screen, uses his own guy. I mean, this is the offense that we've been waiting for out of Stevenson. Someone to step up and make that play, and Owen Hall just did it. Hey, Owen Hall, we're watching.
Absolutely. Fluttering shot comes in. Martin sticks it aside. Puck goes the length of the ice for the icing. So we'll see what happens here. Spartans get one. They need another one sooner rather than later. You don't want to be chasing with a couple minutes left down by a couple goals. Mike, I don't know if you know this, but it's a lot easier to get 1 goal than it is to get 2 goals.
And even easier than 3.
It is.
Right?
It's a very good point.
I think I just followed that pattern there.
You know, I think one of the dumbest quotes in all of sports, there's nothing more dangerous than a 2-goal lead. Shut up. I've always hated that quote. What are you talking about?
There's nothing more dangerous than playing bad with a 2-goal lead.
Yes.
They got to add that in. If you play the game the right way and play the way you were to get that 2-goal lead, what are you worried about?
And that's exactly what Byron Center is doing here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really, you know, the first mark of the night. And they're playing well both ends of the ice.
Yeah. And I think they got a little bit ahead of themselves with that 3-goal lead, changed, not purposely, but it's a mental thing. You change your approach to the game out there. The kids did. Did this goal wake them up, or Stevenson now saying, hey, we can do this. We can get through these guys?
Clark wins the draw forward, but the Spartans jump on it. That's Andrew Clark now. Coming the other way, Nicholas kind of slaps it to himself, has it taken off his stick by Rohrabacher. Rohrabacher doing battle down there. Couple of Spartans, a couple of Bulldogs. Nicholas just over the line. Now the Spartans trying to get something going the other way. Look at the Bulldogs just sitting back though, Mike. They're content just to throw it into the neutral zone and into the attacking zone. Backhand pass, nobody here on the wing. Given a chance for Byron Center, taken off the stick of Lauren Breen. Now here they come again to these Bulldogs. Whoa, nearly caught Riley Martin. He had to be very careful on that, and he freezes the puck with 4:31 left.
We've gotta watch here. There's some shenanigans going on out here, Sean. There's a couple players that are feeling some frustrations, and they're awfully close to taking a penalty that could change the face of this game. So watching behind the play. Let's keep our eyes open.
We'll see what happens. Still a lot of time on this clock. With 4:20 to go. Thrown in the high slot, nobody home. But Bream's just going to chip it in right on Martin. Spartans knock it back into the neutral zone. Jumping on the puck there is Philo. To Pisano. Spartans take control, though. Spinning in his own zone is number 17, Charlie Ward. Near side chip forward to Buchanan. Buchanan with the shot. Boy, you can tell McKenzie lost that on that shot from Derek Buchanan. Another shot from the point. Back to the near point, and that play is going to be called on a high stick, Mike.
Okay.
By the way, every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. And officials are needed now more than ever. Go to MHSAA.com for more information, because without officials, it's just practice.
And, Sean, those officials have done a terrific job today.
They really have. They really have.
I don't think any of these coaches or teams can walk away and have anything negative to say about any of these officials. So hats off to you guys. Great job. And it's not an easy job, so they've done a real good job.
I think across the board in the state of Michigan at this level, Mike, no doubt about it. Look, I think the thing with officials, they Are they going to be perfect? No, absolutely not. But more often than not, they get things right. And that's all you ask for.
100%.
Face off deep in that Spartan zone. Freusland wins it back. High slot area, puck deflected. Oh, lay there for a moment. Martin tried to cover it before it's smothered in the corner. Another shot, Breet. Cleared away by the Spartans, and that is going to be an icing. Boy, a dangerous sequence there as once again this line, Mike, of Breet and number 13, Eli Kaminga, making things happen out there with Freusland.
Kaminga looking for that third. You know, he's got the nose to the net, but with that, with that, I have to say, Riley Martin, Sean, has kept these guys in this game. He has made some tough saves.
He is a good goaltender.
Yes.
Another one in the long line of good goaltenders for David Mitchell at Livonia Stevenson. You know, Mitchell's a pretty good goalie back in the day, Mike.
Yeah, as I was going to say, you'd think like he knew something about goaltending or something.
Of course, for people out there that don't know, David Mitchell eventually played at Western Michigan.
And if you don't believe us, go to Eddie Edgar and look at his picture. It's on the wall.
And I laugh every time I see it.
I send you a picture of it every time I see it.
It's funny. Here come the Spartans. Just rolls off the Owen Hall stick, but they got an opportunity. 2-on-1 the other way. Just off the stick. Buchanan gives chase near corner. Throws it back out in front. Nobody home. BC covering back. BC plays 200 feet, Mike. Nearly a giveaway there, but it's Ward. Head up. Coming the other way. Ward makes a cut at the line. Kept in. Ward has to peel back now. 2:25 to go. Byron Center going to be called on the icing. Riley Martin took off, so the Spartans get the extra attacker out there. Let's see if Coach David Mitchell uses his timeout here with 2:22 left.
I think it's like you saw the future there. He just did that. Smart play, got to set up the play here. You got the offensive zone face-off. And you know me and you, we don't mind 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. Pull that goal. You may never get that chance again.
Agree.
You have that face-off, win that face-off. And the three periods have played out so similar. It's incredible. I mean, you come out fast, Byron Center. By the end of the period, you've got Stevenson really rolling in. There's a lot of things. We got a lot of time left here, but thinking forward, there's a lot of things Coach Mitchell can take away from this game and be happy about.
Well, let's see if history repeats itself here as well, Mike, because you remember when Byron Center used their timeout, coming right out of the timeout, they scored a goal to make it 3-0. Yes. So certainly Coach Mitchell's going to hope that history repeats itself. Still a lot of time left in this game. But I'll repeat, I think it'd be in the Spartans' best interest to get one back now. Let's see who they have out there. For Byron Center, it's Clark, Pratt, Nicholas. I see Laska, and number 4, Josh Philo. The Spartans are going to send Heath, Ward, both Buchanans, Owen Hall, and McCallion. It is Derek Buchanan on the draw. The puck lay there for a moment. Coming in to help is Jeff Rand. Back to the point to Ward. Ward just throws it towards the net. Boy, that far wing was open.
Yeah, he had
Still
Owen.
on the puck is Buchanan. Puck goes the length and in. And that should do it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They had Owen Hall open there. It just didn't get through. And again, it didn't work out, but to be encouraged of the hard work that it took to after that face-off to retrieve that puck. You had the play, it was there, just didn't get the break on it. His second goal of the game, Logan Nicholas. The guys that they needed to show up showed up today, Sean.
Absolutely. Good point, Mike. 2:06 to go. Byron Center, barring a miracle, is going to stay unbeaten. And I know the guy that does the state rankings, Mike.
Oh, yeah?
I can pretty much assure you that he thinks Byron Center is going to move up to number 2.
That's a wise decision, and you're not going to get many arguments from that. You'll always get arguments. I just don't think you're going to get many. This has been an impressive showing.
Nicholas looking for more, had the puck just roll off his stick. O'Keefe now throws it up. Pratt just content to chip it in. BC wants to make this last 90 seconds go away. Spartans saying, hey, maybe we can get one and make things interesting. They chip it in deep. That is Garrett Tehan, one of a few freshmen on this team. Coming back in his own zone is Christian Lang. Up for number 12, Tehan. Tehan called at the line. 1:08 to go in this one. Shots on goal in favor of Byron Center, 26-22. Don't forget, our post-game show, we're going to be very quick tonight. I'm telling you point blank. But Mike Iverson will have his 3 stars of the game. Mike, I think your job was easy tonight.
Yeah, the players that needed to play stood out, right? And they did. The players made it easy on me.
Puck knocked in deep. Boy, these boys are still going at one another.
Yeah.
Some big hits. You just make these 45 seconds go away so nobody does anything dumb here, right?
Yep, 100%.
Don't want to see anybody get hurt.
And
big
there's
hit
a
there.
penalty right there.
Just
That's
what we're
exactly
talking about.
what we were talking about.
Breed laid a big hit. Boy, I wish I didn't speak it into existence.
Yeah, it kind of came right after that. It's an easy call. It's an unnecessary hit off the puck. I mean, but you see it coming.
Yeah, Breed is a big boy, too. Make no mistake about it. Got a good game, big boy.
I think across the board, Byron Center is they're big, they're lanky, they're gritty. It's what everyone told us. They're one of the hardest teams to play against.
Nice to see Dawson Wallace up. He went down hard, but he popped back up. Breed's going to go to the penalty box. With 38 seconds remaining. The officials having a conversation. Mike, let's see.
I think it's going to be another 5.
It should be. Are they going to?
I just hope they're not. I mean, again, they call what they call, but it would be a shame if he has to miss tomorrow.
Yeah, they're having
they're
having
talking.
a pretty serious conversation right now.
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement that that's going to be 5, but is it going to be 5
in a game?
In a game. Coach Mitchell asking for
an
explanation. Still having the conversation right now. We'll wait the official verdict. In the meantime, hey, thanks. If you've been sticking with us all day, we've had a lot of fun today. We hope you've enjoyed the action and perhaps some of the banter as well. To our entire staff, thank you very much. Guys working their tails off behind the scenes, Mike, and we really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah. So they gave him 5. He's not tossed, and then they have offsetting 2s for the little scrum after.
38.2 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
A 5 on the board for Breet.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you look across the board, it's a very similar call to the Owen Penny call. You know, they're leaving him in the game. It's a 5-minute call. I mean, he's basically out for this game anyways. 38 seconds, but it's a very, very similar call. But, you know, plays that the players would like to take back. You know, but it's 5 minutes.
They're having a conversation down here. Still some chirping going on below us, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Right off the draw, just over McKenzie's glove. Riley Martin going to stay in his net in a 4-1 game, even though the Spartans are on the power play. Sent the length of the ice right to Martin. Martin going to come out and play it. Connor Buchanan into the neutral zone. Bounces off a Spartan right back to Buchanan. 16 seconds left in this game. Long pass. Icing going to be waved off. 5 seconds left. Congratulations to Byron Center. The perfect record is intact as they come away with a convincing 4-1 victory over the Livonia Stevenson Spartans. I think they're going to move up to number 2 in the state.
Rightfully
I think
so.
that's a fair statement.
Rightfully so.
As the two teams line up to shake hands, a very physical game.
Yep.
A very emotional game today. Hopefully cooler heads prevail in the handshake line. And it looks like the boys are doing just that. But your final score here today, Byron Center 4 and the Livonia Stevenson Spartans 1. 2 top 10 teams, Mike, as far as I'm concerned. But today, make no mistake about it, Byron Center, the better team tonight.
Yeah, that's a hard team. That's a tough team to play against. Stevenson put up a fight. Like I said, there's a lot of good things that Coach Mitchell can take out of this loss. But again, this is what this is about. We say the only loss that hurts is the one in March. It's that last game. These losses are to learn from, and you know Coach Mitchell will be teaching a lot off this game. Even Byron Center, within their win, has got a lot to learn.
Well, we had 3 games today. This is our final game. Mike, who are your 3 stars for this game?
My 3 stars for this game, we're going to start with number 3, a kid that we're watching, a kid that we really like, Owen Hall from Livonia Stevenson. I thought he had another nice game coming off off of his injury. The number 2 star, Jackson Freusland, a couple assists, always in the play, big body, plays hard to get off the puck. The number 1 star, Eli Kuminga.
I agree.
I think he was in it, around it. He could have had a couple more. Again, you say it, almost all these Byron Center guys, big bodies, tough to play against. Division II, you're on notice.
One of the best in the state. And Mike, I'll echo what you just said. I think the team to beat in Division II. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Many thanks to our incredible crew out here. I can't thank you guys enough. The cameramen, we got Kevin up here, Chuck up here, John Kidd up here, John Watson up here, Fig Newton's up here, Kirk Hunter up here. To my broadcast partner, it's always fun with you, Mike Iveso, and most importantly, you guys for staying with us all day, whether you're watching on YouTube or watching on your phone, whatever the case may be. Thank you. This is one of the best events in the state, and we appreciate you for tuning in today. Your final score from Trenton, Byron Center knocks off the Spartans from Livonia Stevenson by a score of 4-1. Good night, everybody. State Champs Game Time Live presented by Alta Equipment Company. Alta knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Do you have a big project? Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. And by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com.